If an assignments column is permanently deleted from the grade center by mistake, can it be retrieved from the database? This is a very serious question because any deletion from the grade center is difficult to recover. However, you can send us a request to technical support and we will contact the system administrator. We make attempts to see if it can actually be retrieved or not, and we refer this matter to the system administrator. But what I would recommend to you is that every little while you should go to the grade center and use the offline mode to download a complete copy of the grade center in an Excel file format so you have it on your laptop. You might ask why, because when you open the grade center, you'll know if any issues arise or if a student took their test and scored 0, 10, or 16. You can also do what? In offline mode, you can download and upload. It will probably be on your laptop. Opening the grade center shows issues or student scores like 0, 10, or 16. In offline mode, you can download and upload. If problems occur, upload the grade center Excel file to restore student names and grades. Regularly save a copy of the grade center on your laptop. If something is deleted, contact the system administrator, but recovery is rare. In downloading, meaning that if any problem occurs, you can download the update center, which is the Excel file that you downloaded. You can download it again, and it will be posted here with the same names of the students and their same grades that you see here. So, what's the takeaway? The most important advice is that every now and then you should take a copy from the grade center and keep it on your laptop. But if something gets deleted, in that case, we refer to the system administrator who will assist us. However, it's rare to see something being recovered. All right, let's continue quickly. Now, the part we will look at together is, of course, when you enter the course and want to know the students who are in the course and how many students are in the course, you go to users and groups and then select users. When you select users, a page will appear showing you the student data. So is it just the student data? No, it also includes the users, whether they are students or not. The part we're going to look at together is, of course, when you enter the course and want to know the students who are in the course and how many students are in the course. You go to users and groups and then select users. When you select users, a page will appear showing you the student data. Includes students and users. Roles like student are shown. Total is below. Here, 7 total, 1 teacher, 6 students. Click Show All to view all on one screen, whether it's a teacher or a coordinator. They also need to be listed here. Anyone added must be linked and included in this class or course. They will appear here along with their permissions or roles, whether they are teachers, coordinators, or supervisors. And of course, for students, next to each student, it will say student. Now the number is shown below. Of course, I have a small number here, 7. I have 1 teacher, so the number of students present is 6. If the number is large, you can click on Show All to display all the students or users in the class on the same screen without splitting them into different screens. You will also notice here that the first name of the student is present, the last name is there, the student ID or the clean number is available, and the email is also there. So it gives me some data, as you can see in the users list. This is good, but also among the things we look at is the evaluation part. This is the last section we will discuss today, which is the tracking center, performance dashboard, and course report. We won't talk about the score because that's not relevant to you. These are the 3 important things. The first name of the student is there, the list name is there, the collective number or the clean number is there, and the email is also there. So if it also gives me some data, as you can see, the list of users, as you can see in the list of users, that's a good thing, but we also consider the evaluation part. The tracking center, performance dashboard, and course reports are important. We won't discuss the scores. These 3 are important. Let's take a quick look at the performance dashboard. What is this? It resembles the users list. What's the difference? Yes, there is a difference. It is similar, but has additional columns. For example, this column is present, and that one was too, and the role was there. But this specific column adds quality to the performance dashboard. The tracking center, performance dashboard, and course comparison reports. Let's quickly take a look at the performance dashboard. You will see the performance dashboard. And you might ask, what is this? It looks like the users list. What's the difference? Yes, there is a difference. It's somewhat similar, but there are some additional columns. For example, this column. So this column is present, and that one was there too, and the role was there. But this specific column and this one add some quality to the performance dashboard, as the name suggests. So the student's performance, the user's performance, the teacher's performance. I can now check the last date the teacher joined the class. Today is March 16th. So, when did this student join this course? It was on October 19th, 2022. In 2022, we see you, ladies and gentlemen, how many days ago? 148 days. Days counted refer to time since last login. 148 days ago. This is the performance dashboard showing student activity. Last login date and days are shown. This helps. Yes. What does this mean? Student logged in yesterday, 1 day ago, March 15th. Last login was March 18th, 5:44 p.m. Enrolled for 697 days, about 2 years. To see login and enrollment, arrange it. Click days past to sort ascending or descending. Of course, what does this mean? Yes, this student was yesterday. What happened? Just 1 day ago, which was March 15th. His last login was March 18th at 5:44 p.m. This student has been enrolled for 697 days, about 2 years. To view login and enrollment details, arrange it. Clicking days sorts them. Shows students with most days not logged in. Useful if a student claims recent login but last was 10 days ago. I know they're trying to deceive me. I can verify last login. This is the performance dashboard. In the center, chat is empty. Dr. Ibrahim, your hand is raised. Feel free to ask questions. It will show you the student who hasn't logged in for the most days and so on. This part is useful sometimes because if a student hasn't logged into the course for, say, 10 days, and then comes and says, I logged in yesterday, and I had a problem with the test, and I don't know what happened, I can check here and see that their last login was 10 days ago. So I learned from here that the student, as we say, is trying to pull a fast one on me. So you can't do that with me. I can check exactly when you last logged in. This is called the performance dashboard. Let's also see here in the center. There's nothing in the chat. Dr. Ibrahim, you have your hand raised. If you'd like to ask any questions, feel free. If you have any questions, you can use the microphone. If this indicator falls by mistake, just let me know and we'll continue right away. You have the microphone now if you'd like to use it. Okay, while Dr. Ibrahim decides whether he will ask or not, we have seen the performance dashboard together. There is something else called Monitoring Center, which tracks my students. Tracking students to find struggling students. For instance, if a student is inactive for 20 days, not completing tests, or has low grades like 25%, I monitor these students to help or message them like, you haven't logged in for 20 days or problem with this assignment. So the monitoring center helps me with that. I can identify struggling students, like those who haven't accessed the course. If a student hasn't logged in for 20 days, isn't completing tests or assignments, or has low activity, like grades at 25%, I need to monitor them. This way, I can reach out or send messages to their university email, like, hey, you haven't logged in for 20 days, or you have a problem with this assignment. The monitoring center helps by listing struggling students first when I enter. If a student has only 25% of the total grades, indicating a low percentage, monitor these students to email them, you haven't logged in for 20 days, or there's an issue with an assignment. The monitoring center assists. How does it assist? It shows a column for struggling students. It displays 4 columns. One column shows missed deadlines, indicating unattended tasks. For instance, a grade alert shows a student scored only 20% on tests. Struggling students first, 4 columns, missed deadlines, grade alerts, activity alerts, reachability alerts, missed deadlines, uncompleted tasks, grade alerts, low scores, 20%, activity alerts, low activity, 20%, reachability alerts, no login, 20 days. Criteria, identify struggles. The struggling students will show me 4 columns, as you can see here. One column is for missed deadlines, meaning there were certain assignments or tasks that the student didn't attend. Then I have a grade alert indicating there's a problem, where the student might have entered the tests or assignments, but only scored 20% of the total grade. Or there's an activity alert showing that their activity in the course is low, like only 20%. And there's also a reachability alert indicating that the student hasn't logged in for 20 days. So it gives me criteria that the system uses to identify the struggles the student is facing based on these aspects. Or there's an activity alert indicating that their activity in the course is low, like only 20%. Or a reachability alert showing that a student hasn't logged in for 20 days. So it gives me criteria that the system uses to identify the struggles. the student is facing based on these aspects.